And this is really a shutdown that is totally unnecessary.
Congressman John Rutherford tells Liz Ryan how the shutdown of the federal government could have negative consequences.
Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill are at an impasse and have yet to reach a compromise. The shutdown of the federal government that has caused has consequences. Congressman Rutherford gives some examples.
The National Flood Insurance Plan. That expired yesterday. That's why our bill had an extension for the NFIP. What you're seeing today, if you went to close on a house that needed flood insurance, the NFIP, you can't close on that house because they cannot issue policies right now.
That could impact a lot of mortgage applications, especially in areas like ours where flood insurance is common. Another concern of Rutherford's:
our military members, they have to work. Like TSA and others that are essential services. They have to work, but they're not going to get paid. That hurts these families. Many of these families are living paycheck to paycheck. It puts car loans at fault. It puts mortgages at fault. That's how people are hurt as well.
The government shutdown also affects two of our national monuments here in St. Johns County. The Castillo de San Marco and Fort Matanzas National Monuments are temporarily closed to the public. You may walk around the grounds, but the buildings are closed to the public during the federal government shutdown.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, conveniently located off I-95 at exit 311.
In other news, Jacob Pickering has an important message.
FDOT is performing routine bridge maintenance activities today from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. on the Crescent Beach Bridge over the Matanzas River. That is State Road 206.
If you've got somewhere to go and you have to take the 206 bridge, leave yourself extra time.
This is a flagging operation, so during the operation, one lane of the bridge will be closed and folks will have to get around, using the flaggers. But this is some routine bridge maintenance that FDOT is doing just to make sure everything's up to standard and still safe for everybody. And it will reopen fully at 4 p.m.
If you're a boater, don't worry. You'll still be able to pass the 206 bridge.
The bridge will go up and down for boats, so maritime traffic will not be affected during this routine bridge maintenance activity.
And speaking of transportation, Governor DeSantis has filled the 3 vacancies on the St. Augustine Airport Authority Board. 3 of the board members, Reba Ludlow, Len Tucker, and Dennis Clark, resigned amid allegations that they were violating Florida's sunshine laws. The governor has filled those 3 vacancies with Gerald Dedge, Mario DiPola, and Nick Primrose. The state Senate must approve those appointments before they become official. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
Before Hurricane Milton struck west central Florida last year, law enforcement made a heartbreaking discovery along I-75. A bull terrier had been tied to a fence as floodwaters rose. He was rescued by Trooper Morales and named Trooper. Frank Spina and his wife Carla later adopted him. Frank recalls the rescue.
This person who abused him and his mother got in their car to flee from the hurricane coming. Well, they decided that it wasn't worth taking Trooper with them. They tied him to a pole on the side of Route 80 during the hurricane. Trooper Morales was driving his patrol car on Route 80. You could see from his body camera, the water is up along the fenders of the car. There's that much flooding. And he sees movement out to his left. He stops the car, he gets out, and he approaches, and he sees a dog tied to a pole on the side of the road up to his neck in standing water. He cuts him loose and throws him in the back of his patrol car, hence the name Trooper.
Unfortunately, Trooper's struggles didn't end there.
And when we got him home, he had been beaten up terrible. He was filthy with water stains all over his body. He had 2 cancerous tumors on his left flank. And he also had 2.1 pounds of trash, metal, plastic, and rubber in his belly. He had been eating probably because he was being starved to death. That required a 5-hour endoscopy. After that, things got relatively smooth. We just kept cleaning him up and scrubbing him up and taking care of him. And every day he gets a little bit better with that. He's getting further away from the memory of that.
The case against Trooper's former owner is still moving through the courts. Prosecutors have offered a 4-year plea deal, but a trial may still be ahead. Cases like this inspired a new law that went into effect in Florida yesterday. It's called Trooper's Law, Senate Bill 150. It makes it a 3rd-degree felony punishable by up to 5 years in prison to abandon a restrained dog outside during a natural disaster. For Trooper, his story now has hope. He's recovering and loved in his new home with the Spinas. And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.